Give that continue. Thank goodness I needed that. Alright. I gotta get home and get some rest. Dude, mood. Alright. Well, that was good. That was a good battle. Can I get more of those? More of those would be great. Alright, let's see what the scientist has for me. Haven't battled in a while. Wonder how I'll fare. I don't know. I'm really hoping poorly. You have a very interesting team. Okay, well, the Sneasel is really not that much of a concern. It's a physical attacker, so its typing really won't help it. What move does Primeape have? Cross Chop. 80 accuracy, but it would be strong. Primeape was actually not a bad one for this team, just in general. They're good against 3 of them, and only one of them actually could be a problem for it. So Primeape's actually pretty good here. Arcanine, also really good here. And do I want to just go back with Dugong? Dugong's good. Fortress is primarily a physical defense tank, so I could just use special moves on it. The Electrode would be a problem for Dugong, but nothing else really would be. I think I might just go with that. So, in that case, I think I want to... Yeah, I'll start with the Arcanine, I'll go with the Primeape, and I'll bring in the Dugong. And we'll just roll with it. I think it'll be fine. There's our good boy Arcanine, who has really been carrying this team in a lot of battles. He's so good. Okay, Crobat. I'm not gonna have anything super effective against this guy, but I can do some really good damage. I have 2... Yeah, they're both really fast, so I wasn't sure who was gonna be faster. Probably should have just gone for the extreme speed. Oh, well. Okay, so... Oh, he's probably gonna... This guy's probably gonna be all about those confusion strats, if I have to guess. Okay, fair enough. In that case, I'm gonna go with Dugong. I'm just gonna switch him out. He's probably gonna go for the Confuse Ray, like, again. Not on this turn, obviously, but on the next turn. I'll be able to get through one of the... Ooh, Screech. Okay. But it failed! Cool. Alright, well, we're gonna go with the Aurora Beam. He's probably gonna confuse me again. Yeah, Confuse Ray is 100 accuracy. So it's really rough having that on a super fast Pokemon like the Crobat. But if I get this Aurora Beam off, which I did, this will do a lot of damage. Cool. I didn't do as much damage as I was hoping for. We're gonna try it again. My attack isn't super high, so even if I hit myself, it won't do a lot of damage. Okay, so he is going to sharply lower my defense, which will cause me to do more damage to myself if I hit myself. But I didn't, so there we go. Alright, I'm just going to do another Aurora Beam. He hasn't actually used an attack yet? Oh, is he just going to switch? Ah, he's going to fly. Okay. Well, Aurora Beam's not going to work because he's flying. But this basically gives me a free switch if I want to take it. I'm actually just going to switch directly back into Arcanine, Extreme Speed to take this guy out. Don't have to deal with the confusion anymore. I think that's probably going to be the best thing to do here. Like, yes, I'll get hurt from the attack, but it'll hurt the Arcanine a lot less than the defense sharply fallen Dugong, so... Okay, cool. And then I can just Extreme Speed to finish him off. There we go. Alright. And I've got super effective moves on 2 of them. I think that's definitely his fastest Pokemon, but I'm pretty sure they're all going to have either Swagger or Confuse Ray or something along those lines. Okay, Persian. I'm still going to be faster than the Persian, so I'm going to Flame Wheel it. Oh, no, I'm not? Really? I didn't anticipate that. My attack went up really high. So if I hit myself, this will hurt a lot. Yep. Alright. I'm gonna go for the extreme speed and hope I make it through. If I do, this will do a lot of damage. I think the Arcanine might just be a lost at this point. I don't think I can avoid losing a Pokemon now. Yeah, he's gonna use Screech. That'll lower my defense. If I hit myself, I'll lose. But if I hit him, he'll lose. So I'm gonna go for the extreme speed. I don't think I'm getting the continue here. Yeah, no, there we go. Okay. So that'll take him out. I did not anticipate him being faster than me. So that's unfortunate. I'm gonna switch to the Primate. Which some of you are probably sitting there going, why didn't you do that to begin with? Since they're using confusion tactics. But, you know, I didn't know they were using confusion tactics. So we'll go for the Cross Chop. They're gonna use Swagger, so this is gonna boost my attack. It'll also confuse me, but my confusion will immediately go away. So as long as I land this Cross Chop, it's gonna do a ton of damage. Sweet. Okay. Okay, now depending on what their last Pokemon is, I might just be able to one-shot it with the Primate. Electrode. Also super fast. So it's probably going to confuse me again. I'm going to go for that Cross Chop again. Yeah, had a feeling it was going to be faster. So that is definitely the strat they're using. Super fast Pokemon that can get the confusion right off the bat. And then use Screech to lower my... Really? You're going Zap Cannon, okay. Then use Screech to lower my defense. And cause me to really... Oh, cool. Not confused anymore. Yeah! Yeah, you raised my attack by 2 stages, so I would have been a little surprised if that didn't KO, and I think it got a crit, so... Alright, cool. No continue, but definitely a win. Yeah, a little bit too bad to lose the Arcanine, but it worked. This too is a possible outcome. I have to accept this. Yeah, those confusion strats could have been really bad, so I kind of lucked out there. My last session did not go super hot. This session's going a lot better. Alright, so we've got 2 continues and we've got 2 opponents left. Let's keep going. Looks like we got a Skier? You'll freeze if you're not careful. Ice types? Probably going to be... Well, 2 ice types, I guess. Probably going to be using a lot of ice type... Well, no, wait. 3 ice types. 3 ice types. They're probably going to be using a lot of ice type moves and just trying to freeze my Pokemon. I don't want to bring in Parasect. As much as I would love to just have them take out these psychic types, that's probably a bad idea. Primeape is probably also not a great idea. Arcanine, probably also not a great idea. Oh, Murkrow would be immune to the Psychic and really good against the Psychic, but I have a feeling they're going to be using a lot of Ice. Ooh, this is just not a good... This is not a good team for me to be facing, really. Okay, Alright, so the Primeape would be super effective against the Ice, but the Psychic he would not be good for. Arcanine would also be super effective against the Ice, be okay against the Psychic, but the 2 water types would be a little bit of a problem. But he still would probably be fine. Dugong wouldn't have any super effective moves on any of these guys. Except for Mr. Yeah, he wouldn't have any super effective moves, period. Almost all of them would resist most of his attacks. But he would resist all of theirs, so there's that. Who did I put the ice type healing on? I think the burnt bear is what heals the ice, or heals getting frozen. Yeah, I think that heals burn, and that heals getting frozen. Okay. So they have 3 water types. Probably don't want to start with Arcanine, but I do think I want to bring Arcanine. I'm really tempted to bring Primeape and just really physically attack these guys. I don't think Parasect is a good idea. Much as I really like the idea of just Fury Cutting my way through this, or putting them to sleep. Putting them to sleep would be really nice. Murkrow, I'm guaranteed they all have Ice Beam. Like, guarantee they all have Ice Beam. It's the only reason I don't want to bring Murkrow. And that's also the main reason I don't want to bring Parasect. Well, if they're primarily using Ice moves instead of Psychic moves, Primeape could be okay. Dugong would resist it. I should probably just bring the Dugong. Dugong's really hard to kill, so I should probably just do that. I'll bring the Arcanine. I really want to bring Murkrow, but I shouldn't. I'm gonna bring the Primeape just because he's really, really strong physical attacker. I don't feel confident about this one. I just don't. But we're gonna see how it works. Okay, we got our Dugong out in front. Whatever they use is not gonna be terribly good against it. They're gonna go with Slowking, which if they're smart, they're gonna use some Psychic moves against me with. I guess I'll start with a Waterfall. Slowking is a special defense tank, so anything I do is not going to do a whole lot of damage to him. Yep, okay. Yeah, and he does have Psychic. Kind of figured he probably would. He has leftovers. Fantastic. I don't feel great about this, like, at all. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the Arcanine and use Extreme Speed. He has less defense than he has special defense. They're both really high, but he has less of that one. Honestly, probably the best thing I could be doing here would be Nightshade. Okay, he's gonna go with Psychic, and if he's smart, he'll just keep using that. Yeah, that did 125 damage. Dang, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win this match. We'll see how much Extreme Speed does, though, because it is very strong. No. I was expecting them to be using a lot of ice moves. So far, they really are just going with the Psychic. Did I completely misread? Did I goof this super hard? Because I think I'm gonna get one shot. I think I'm gonna get one, I think I'm gonna get swept by the Slowking. Pretty sure I'm gonna get swept by the Slowking. I mean, they're going to require that I throw something out, but I think what I should do here is just give up and try this again with someone else, or with a different team, because this clearly isn't gonna work. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna quit. So they did go with all water types. Really wish I had an electric type for that team, but we'll try it again. We will try this again. I do think I need to bring in the Crobat to deal with the Psychic types. They've got 3 Psychic types that are pretty much guaranteed to be using Psychic. Crap, I really do need the Crobat. So we're gonna bring the Crobat. I don't like that Arcanine and Primeape are my best choices to deal with the Ice types. Arcanine is a little safer, weirdly. Guess I'll bring Parasect? Maybe I should start with Parasect, actually. Alright, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna try this and see how it works out. Okay, this time we're starting with the Murkrow, since they seem to be really liking their Psychic types. If they... Yeah, Mr. Mime. Okay, cool. Honestly, I feel like Nightshade is probably going to be best, but we'll try a Feint Attack instead. I'm glad I went with Feint Attack, because he's going with Double Team. Okay, cool. Again, I feel like Nightshade actually would have done more damage than what this will do, but this is guaranteed to hit. Okay, no, this does do a little bit more damage. Not a lot, but a little. So we're going to do it again. Baton Pass. Okay. So that means his Evasion Rays will get passed on to someone else. Who is he going to throw in? Lapras. Great. So this one definitely has Ice Beam. Feint Attack isn't going to do a heck of a lot. He is absolutely going to use Ice Beam against me. None of these guys are great against this. I'm going to go for Parasect and try and put him to sleep and then just drain him. Ice Beam will be super effective against Parasect. Ice is a tricky type to deal with, especially since most ice types are ice-water, so usually an electric type is the way to go. I don't have any of that, so... Yep, there's that Ice Beam. This is going to hurt. That hurt more than I was expecting. He's probably going to be faster than me, but we'll try the Spore. Yep, he is faster, and there goes the Body Slam. Okay. Well, I think I might be losing again, guys. Crap. We got a lot farther this time. I wish there were better options to be bringing in, especially for electric types. There aren't any good electric types that we can grab. Okay. I mean, Flame Wheel and Extreme Speed are both going to be about the same here, really. I'll go for the Extreme Speed. I don't actually remember if Lapras has more defense or more special defense. Oh, I guess he doesn't have a water move. But this can paralyze, so that would suck. Did not paralyze. I guess I'll go for the Flame Wheel. It'll be neutral. And maybe it can burn him. Burn would be good. It seemed like it did just about the same. And it does have a chance to burn, so I guess I'll keep going with that. Except I'm paralyzed now, so now he will go first. Alright, we're gonna go back to Extreme Speed. He does also have an a single stage of Evasion Rays on because of the Baton Pass. Yep, there we go. Oh. Okay, okay. So we're gonna keep going with the Extreme Speed. Fully paralyzed. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this. I mean, I'm not going to completely give up on this team. I have one more Continue I can use. If I can land this hit. Okay. Oh man, he does also have a third Pokemon that hasn't taken any damage yet, too. And he got a crit. Okay, well, as soon as I started talking about how the game was being a lot nicer to me in this session, pulls this. Well, we're back to Murkrow. He has Ice Beam. Ice Beam's gonna hurt. Ice Beam's gonna hurt a lot. I'm gonna go for Nightshade. I'm faster, okay. If the Nightshade will hit, then this will do a lot of damage. It did, okay. If I survive this Ice Beam, I might be able to take out the Lapras. I did not survive the Ice Beam. I didn't think I would. Well, this is going to be a problem.